At its core, Run and Bun is another difficulty hack, with many, many brutal fights that require hours of precise planning if you're so bold as to hardcore Nuzlocke it. But in that brutality, there's a sense of almost tradition. For instance, it's customary to take in a new Pokemon to the Hall of Fame every time you attempt the Elite Four. It's expected to beat this game with hardcore Nuzlocke rules, but most importantly in this context, Moss Deep Gym is considered the most brutal section of the entire game, thanks in part to its absolutely insane double battles with tricky and crazy gimmicks to try to figure out on your own. But there's something that keeps players coming back, and it's not just the prospect of a challenge. There's a certain heist that can be pulled off, and if you'll join me on this journey, I'll show you precisely how I did it. Chapter 1. Prospect and Providence. The well-dressed gentleman at the door doesn't see my true intentions either. He only sees me as an innocuous, bright-eyed gym challenger looking to add another badge to their belt. Unfortunately, I've got more insidious plans, and they concern Tate and Liza. But for that, I'm going to need to breach the perimeter that is this absolutely agonizing double battle. Alright, Psychic Preston and Psychic Mara, here we go. This fight is not fun. Absolutely not fun. So the whole cutesy gimmick here is that every single mon on the right side, on this side, has Misty Explosion with a Sylveon, and every single Pokemon on the side with Noivern has, whether it be a move or ability or a means, to avoid Explosion. This Noivern also has Tailwind, so it can become super annoying. That's fine. I'm pretty sure you're always dead to Poison Jab. Alright, you miss your Hurricane, which is perfect. And you just get dropped. I'm gonna drill run this. You're gonna miss another Hurricane. Alright, I'm pretty sure we can always double kill that. Or not. How do I ask for things in this game? Fast kill. You die. Perfect. Alright, we are going to Phantom Force on this Miss Magus. Psych Up is gonna fail because Metagross is dead. Mara summons her Drifblim. That's a little bad. Alright, you whiff a Shadow Ball into Dragapult. You die. Alright, you're Focus Sashed. Should be fine. Alright, should be able to Sucker Punch, and then we can Thunderbolt this Mismagus. Perfect! I kind of had to use Sucker there because Drifloon has Unburden, which makes it the fastest thing on the field, so there was no chance I was outspeeding. And now this fight's a 2v1. Oh. That shouldn't kill... Yeah, no, not even close. Colt is immune to Explosion. Perfect. Yeah, you're done. Surprise! Pretty fun fight. Must temper my spirit again. You traveled a path of greatness. Luckily, it seems as if I've managed to breach the perimeter successfully. Unfortunately, that battle attracted the attention of the other gym trainers, ready to avenge their fallen guardsmen. The heist is still readily able to be performed, but if even one thing goes wrong, it can blow the entire operation out of proportion. And in no way is this better demonstrated than in the following match. Alright, this fight's a Trick Room fight, and it sucked. That's all you need to know. This Eviolite Porygon 2, this Trick Room. We're gonna fake this Berserker out, because it also has Fake Out, and it's going to always use that into Metacham, or try to use that into Metacham, and I really don't want that happening. Because now we debut Mega Metacham. Perfect. With Eviolite Porygon 2, I don't anticipate this killing. I underestimated Metacham's offensive prowess. Alright, this Gelatin also has Trick Room, so we're going to double attack that. Take the Water Gem, then Headbutt. Berserker can kind of just do what it wants this turn. Iron Tail. Okay, that is fine. We have Barrascuda. There's Hatterene. Now we are going to kill this Berserker. That's worst case scenario right there. Bronzong. That kills. Dude. The Fairy Gem. Both kill Scuda. Priority move's gonna run Trick Room, and we are able to just do that. Why are you ever clicking metal sound? What? That's interesting. Alright, this is Choice Band Rampardos with, like, only head smash, so... yeah. Oh, you take a lot of recoil. Might be enough to kill. Perfect! And we're out of this. Pretty close shave there. But we are still bouldering on through. And that is what really matters. Chapter 2. Dissociative Visions. As I continue to disable Tate and Liza's meticulously crafted security systems, a rush of adrenaline surges through my veins. I know that I have to stay calm for the sake of pulling off this heist. I need to have everything almost surgically perfect, but I still can't deny the absolute rush that this is giving me. The only way to go is forward, so why don't we do just that? Alright, Psychic Virgil and Gentleman Nate. Let's see it. Let me see your talent. You need me to show you how tenacious the psychic type can be. This fight is a fun little gimmick battle. So the gimmick here is that this crocodile knows the move Fling and it's holding a Salic Berry. And this Gothitelle has a weakness policy which boosts its attack and special attack if it takes a super effective move. Fling is a dark move, Gothitelle is psychic. It's always going to be weak to that. You know the whole deal. And also, this crocodile has Intimidate and is annoying, but Sneasler's Inner Focus makes it immune. Okay, you're gonna flinch. Okay. I'm taking some sunlight. Gothitelle's dead now. He tries to fling, but it doesn't matter. Here's Flapple. Can always use Poison Jab. You get caught in Aftermath. You should always be dead after Aftermath. Perfect. He's trying to fling into his partner, but there's nothing there. Okay, we're gonna Liquidation. This doesn't Doesn't do enough to knock him into Salic Berry, which is perfect. That didn't do anything. Oh, now I'm always dead, so... We just kill you. Hard switch Dragapult. Hard Liquor does not wake up, but be fine. Can you not, like, please? Okay, perfect. Alright, Tango's still asleep. Well, that's really bad. Or not, you just don't get any boosts. Alright, I'm pretty sure Liquidation can always fast kill. Excellent. And Tango is still going to be asleep. Ow. This is only Delphox left in the back. Can once again hope Tango wakes up, but then also pop this with the Liquidation. Okay, this is good. Ah, smart targeting, my beloved. This should always prioritize fast kill into Pulse. Just as calculated. Didn't even need Plum. But Hatterene was good to have in case things went south. And now it's just a 2v1. You are gonna die. Bye-bye. That was really, really fun. Everybody loves a good puzzle to figure out. Ignore the fact that I just went the wrong way. Alright. Let's do another one. Alright, now that we've made it these demanding, mind-bending double battles, it's time to talk a little more about why we're here. Let's talk business, shall we? Tate's Hoopa has our item of interest, as you've likely inferred from the title, and that is the Leftovers. Run and Bun gives you access to a rare commodity late game known as a scanner item, which normally would only be unlockable after getting HM Dive from Steven Stone, and conversely, that is only unlockable after clearing out Team Magma from the Moss Deep Space Center. Dive lets you get the scanner from the abandoned ship, which can be exchanged from Captain Stern in Slateport City for one of these following items: Choice Band, Choice Scarf, Choice Specs, Leftovers, or Assault Vest. Normally, you're only restricted to having one of these at a time, but with this Leftovers heist, you can have a second one completely free of charge, and you can also get it much earlier. Actually, right now. I either need to pull off this high-stakes heist with a meticulous pivot chain, or I can lose trying. Another problem, however, is the fact that now I have to do some of the hardest double battles in the entire game up to this point. Join me as I meticulously break down these next fights on this unstable road to the horizon simply beyond. And before we continue, I need to explicitly clarify that I do not condone actually stealing from children in real life. This is different because I'm only stealing from the child's Pokemon, okay? It's just a magical animal that he summons to battle with. It's not the actual child. I'm not taking his leftovers off his person. Guys, please. I'm not stealing from the child. I'm only stealing from his Pokemon. Right, we are back. Sorry about that momentary interruption. Ready for Psychic Hannah and Apple Girl Sylvia. This fight is really, really annoying. Meowstic and Conkeldurr in the front. So the gimmick of this fight is that this Meowstic knows the move Imprison, which prevents you from using any moves that it knows, and its set consists of Fake Out, Psychic, and Thunderbolt, which are all moves that you would genuinely really want to use to win this battle. Like Psychic on this Conkeldurr and Thunderbolt on the Gyarados in the back, but you can't. Because of the fact that they're going to be imprisoned. This always baits Gyarados, this sees a fast kill. Inner Focus makes us immune to Intimidate. It's a little atrocious, but it's... ideally it's fine. Because now... we can always reposition Diablo and Cranberry here. Golisopod is going to kill this with First Impression. And we're going to Volt Switch on this Gyarados. Perfect. Oh yeah, this thing is a demon. I'd rather get rid of this Milotic sooner rather than later. I don't know what Gyarados wants to bounce into. Uses Hypnosis into Golisopod, which shouldn't super matter. Just barely. He bounces onto my ball. There's a sentence I never thought I would be saying in the context of Pokemon. You just die right. Perfect. Golisopod is still at full HP. Oh, I guess we will not be Volt Switching. Jesus! Ooh, good crit. Yeah, so Cranberry's just gonna blow up. Kill this Progofox, ensure that we're always gonna miss. And now this fight is a 2v1. We're gonna fake this out. We're gonna Phantom Force. Gyarados flinches, but that is by design. And then Phantom Force into Thunderbolt always kills. Perfect. And now this is only Galarian Rapidash left in the back. Excellent. Alright, this should use Play Rough into Pulse. Or that. And you die to Tango. Perfect. Pretty fun fight. That was like a really, really fun fight to crack, if I'm being honest. But it's time to go prepare for the next one. So I will be right back. Chapter 3. A Shallow, Everlasting Requiem. Alright, Hexmaniac Kathleen and Psychic Nicholas. Massive credits to this line, because this fight is absolutely scuffed. So, massive credits to this line go to Faultier Chunk VODs. It's Crobat and Excadrill. I tried this fight a bunch of times, and it is basically impossible to stop Tailwind from getting up, so we're not going to try that. This Excadrill, so it sees multiple killing rolls. It sees slow kill into Talonflame with Rock Slide, but it sees a fast kill into Magnezone with Earthquake, and it's also holding a Ground Gem, so it will always prioritize that. Crobat will set up Tailwind. And Talonflame is holding a Charcoal, and Charcoal boosted Flare Blitz we always kill. That's bad. Okay. Okay. Alright, we are going to dual Wing Beat with our new star, Pomelo, to always kill this Medicham and break its Focus Sash. Alright, it's only Cinderace in the back. This is Life Orb Cinderace, it hits like a truck. Transform into a Steel type. Okay, you target Dragonite, which is perfect here. Oh, who joined? Never mind, nobody did join. Let me just, drop a Draco. Okay, he sees Sucker Punch kill into Slowbro, that's perfect. Alright, Alright, Citrus Berry activates. We're gonna drop a Draco on the Cinderace. And then we can always E-Speed for fast kill. Crobat should take Future Sight next turn. Perfect. There we go, now this fight is effectively a 1v2. And you, never mind, you just died to a crit. So this fight is now a 2v1. Jinx should see fast kill into Dragonite. I'm gonna take a little bit of chip from Future Sights. That's fine. Yeah, that's right, Dry Skin. I am a little bit silly, guys. Okay, that's fine. As long as it wasn't into the Arcanine slot, we're good. Get him, Hammy. Perfect! And now it's only Togekiss left in the back. Pop him with the Head Smash, which we miss. That's a little unfortunate. Need to stall out 3 turns. Mango wakes up. Okay, not bad. No flinch. Damn it! I was anticipating an attack into Slowbro. Dang it. Alright, this is fine. Or to E-Speed to play around Air Slash. Ow. Alright, that is precisely what we needed to stall Tailwind, and you should always be dead. Bye-bye. This fight was pretty rough in the planning stages, but it all ended up fine. I am going to go prep for the next one, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, last double battle in Moss Deep Gym against Gentleman Clifford and Psychic Macy. Another cute trick of a fight. So the gimmick here is that this level 1 Marill only has Misty Explosion, but it has the ability Huge Power, which means that this Passimian, once the Marill dies, is going to get Huge Power via its ability Receiver, and then everything in the back has the move Roleplay, which gives it the ability of the Pokemon that Roleplay is used on. So in order to work around that, that is bad. That is straight up horrible. God. Yup, there's the huge power. Yeah, it doesn't matter. That is gonna kill me. This is Dark Gem Lash Out, so... Of course you have to be Focus Sashed. Okay, yeah. Dragonite and Mega Beedrill. Dragonite is just gonna drop this with an E-Speed, and then we are just gonna hopefully attempt to kill this Tauros with Poison Jab. That's great. There's the Greninja. Fastest thing on the field, and I am Wise Classes. Yeah, this Greninja just dies. Good try. Okay, this is only Lycanroc and Golduck left in the back, so... Probably out of this. Always have to do that because you see that I have a fast kill and you just die after exactly one tick of Life Orb. Or not. Alright, Electrode, Barraskewda, it's all down to you. Why would you ever click that? Why did you think that was your best move? You die, and Lycanroc should die. I mean, its defense is actually decent. Just maybe it is. Nope, you're dead. Alright. That is every single trainer in Moz Deep Gym defeated. Only Tate and Liza remain. It's time for the moment probably all been waiting for. Chapter 4, Elysian Shadow. Alright, it's time for the ending of Moz Deep Gym, and the heist that we've been so wanting to try and pull off. I'm pretty excited, but I'm also really nervous, so the only thing we really can do is push past the nerves and get through. No, I should control Hoopa. You are not worthy of Hoopa. What makes you worthy? I'm the oldest twin, so I should. That's not fair. Life's not fair. I got it. There's a trainer here. Let's use them to settle this. Alright, this is a consecutive 6v8 battle in which we cannot heal, we cannot change our party order. Do none of that. This Azelf has a Focus Sash and it has Stealth Rocks. But it sees that Beedrill is always dead to Future Sight, so it should always use that. We're going to safely bring him down to Sash and kill him next turn. Perfect. We can kill with another Leech Life, and this should bait Hoopa. Perfect. And now, so this is our target here. We want to steal its leftovers. I have to do this very meticulously. So much so that I have a physical paper here with all 4 of Hoopa's moves and their PP. And I'm going to meticulously stall it out. So this has Aura Sphere, which has 20, Shadow Ball, which has 15, Hyperspace Hull, which has 10, and Substitute, which has 5. We are going to instantly hard switch Crocodile in what should be Hyperspace Hull. Intimidate doesn't super matter here, but... Perfect. Add that one to the tally. Future Sight is completely bypassed. This should always use Aura Sphere. We are free to hard switch Tango. Oh, we use a Substitute. Alright, well he's always going to use Shadow Ball here. Perfect. This is where it gets fun. He's gonna use Aura Sphere. Another Shadow Ball. Another Aura Sphere. Alright. Another Shadow Ball. He's at full HP, so we don't need to sit through leftovers every turn. He's gonna use Aura Sphere again. Okay. This is about to be 5 out of 15 Shadow Balls. And now this is 5 out of 15 Aura Spheres. Alright, now he's going to... 6. Here's 7. Gotta be 8. Here's 8. Ninth. Alright, here is 10. 10 out of 20 aura spheres. We're halfway through. Ten aura spheres, 10 shadow balls. Aura sphere number 11. Shadow ball number 11. $12. Alright, 13. $14. And that's 15 aura spheres. This should be the last of Shadow Ball. He's now out of Shadow Ball. You should always use Aura Sphere. Alright, now we need to stall him out of Hyperspace Hull. That's 2. Go with Aura Sphere. And 17. Alright. Here's 3. This will be Aura Sphere number 18. So, if my math is right, when he uses Hyperspace Hull 5 times, he will now be out of Aura Sphere. That's 4. Here's another Aura Sphere. Alright. This is his 5th Hyperspace Hull. He should now be out of Aura Spheres. rock slide here. Oh. I live that, okay. I think I miscounted a bit, but... ideally it's fine. Perfect. That's 2 substitutes. We're gonna skill swap to give him Magician. Take his Magician. Okay, that's another hyperspace hole. Okay! That's the leftovers taken. Perfect. Three substitutes, he's too weak to make another. Alright. Alright, he's too weak to make another sub. No more lefties. We take Hoopa down. We have our leftovers. This should be Zoroark. Thank you to all the team players. It's Latios. Alright. Mega Latios. This kills. Alright, U-turn kills him. Which lets me reposition Kecleon for the end game. Against this Zoroark. Alright, he will flinch. Does Dark Gem Night Day see kill? I'm pretty sure it does. Or not. Left with 67 HP, we always kill with Prunty and low kick. That is part 1 of the heist. Please defeat my sister. Don't let her be right. That was no surprise to me. Hoop and I will show you how it's done. Get ready, I'm much stronger than my little brother. That you are. This fight is an absolute monstrosity. Alright, so this Tapu Lele is going to set permanent psychic terrain, which prevents us from using priority moves. Luckily, I'm pretty sure Beedrill has this. We always exactly one-shot with Poison Jab. And this should always bait Liza's Metagross. We're gonna U-turn for chip damage on this thing, because this thing is an absolute demon. Like an absolute demon. Okay. This is Tough Claws, so hope and pray for Zen Headbutt. Okay, that's good. Oh god, and it gets an attack boost. It's a little bad. Okay, we live on 11. This is perfect. He uses Pursuit. Doesn't matter. We kill with the Phantom Force. Okay. We are absolutely not out of this, but... Weird visual bug. What is going on? Here's Hoopa. We're just gonna immediately click U-turn. Bring him down to Focus Sash. Kecleon is gonna have to take one for the team here, but it should be fine. Boom. And now it's only Latias left in the back. This is Stab, super effective, adaptability boosted U-turn. Let's go! Tantalize us down, we got our leftovers, GG's! Alright. Tantalize split is now behind us. On to better and greater things. The Mind Badge lets you use HM move dive outside of battle. You should also take this too. Alright. Moth Deep Gym is down, but my spirit's up. As I step out of Moth Deep Gym, I can finally take a breath and come to the sobering realization that the high-stakes heist is now behind me. The coveted leftovers is now mine, and hopefully will make the game easier. Maybe I could just make it to the Pokemon League if I tried hard enough. But then, I begin to realize something else. Something is still terribly wrong with Moth Deep City. Team Magma has attacked the Space Center, seemingly using the distraction of my gym battle as a means to immediately and seamlessly enter. They seek the rocket fuel, wanting to terraform Hoenn in their twisted vision. But luckily, for what feels like the first time in this entire game, I'm not alone. I will no longer be alone, because this old man, this strange man, with the ability to seemingly read people's infinite potential, saw something in me, and he decided to vest a gift. The one who strikes with an unseen fist. That, Kubfu, will act as a punching bag for what is to come late game. But let me tell you, it doesn't make the climb up any easier, and the fall would be just as devastating by this point regardless.